How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be showing you guys how to make mods on Minecraft. Now, I recently premiered a video of my recent mods I've been making, and I also had a download link. The download link will be in the description of this video. It is still in the beta version. That's what I'm going to call it. It's still in the beta version. It's OP items or whatever. It's still in the beta version right now. It's up here. It's called Big Bertha because that's what I kind of started off with. Didn't originally plan on making a mod pack, but then it kind of turned into one. But the download link is down below. In the beta version of the mod pack, things will be added. So just stay tuned on my channel to see recent updates or newer updates for the mod pack, so you can have the newest version of it every time I re-upload it. So this right here is what I've already been working on. You guys want to see anything in it, go ahead, download it, put it in your Minecraft. It's for 1.14.4, not the latest version of Minecraft, and that's what we're going to be creating today, is something for 1.14.4 on Minecraft. So to get started, you'll of course have to install it. Link will be down in the description. You go ahead and double click on the installer, which is like right here, and then it'll install it. You open it up, it shows up to here with nothing on the side, just these buttons right here. Then you want to click New Workspace. You want to find out what you're going to name it. You can display it as anything you want to, because you can always change that before you completely save it. I'm going to name it How to Mod, and then you're good to go. Now, on the Minecraft version generator, click on that, and it'll bring you up a whole bunch of lists. Up at the selection generator, if you click on that, you'll have 1.12.2, 1.14.4, and data pack for Java 1.14 and up. But we're just going to go 1.14.4, click OK, and then click Create New Workspace. This will take a second. Go ahead and just minimize your Google. It will bring it up for taking you to the site. This will take a second, so just let this thing load. Let it do its thing. Once this is over, you'll see what it looks like, and we'll go from there. Alright, so this is what you will come up to. It will have this command prompt, aka the console, and it'll tell you everything that it's already done. You can go ahead and go through, look at it, do whatever you want. It's nothing really important. What you want to do is click Workspace. This right here will bring you up to a brand new workspace. That means there's no mods in here, there's no textures, there's no commands, there's no nothing. Now this is for the easy version. We're going to be making an ore, by the way, with crafting recipes to do things and everything else like that. I might make it into 2 videos, don't know just yet. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you, I'm not going to show you how to code or nothing because I don't know how to, but you can do that. Where is it at? There's like a button through here you can click. Edit code of selected mod element. So whenever you have something in here, if you click on this, it will bring you over to the coding area. But I am not going to do that because I don't know how to code. So the easiest thing we're going to do first is we're going to create an ore that's going to spawn in the ground. So click on the plus button, come down to blocks or block. Then go ahead and just click on it and then name your block. So let's name it green ore. I don't know why. I'm not very good with names. And then this right here is your textured area. This is where you would add your textures. You want to go ahead and create a new texture. So first we're going to click on the left, and then because you actually see right here, these are the wraparounds of the block. And you want to click on the left. If you click on any of these other blocks, you'll have to manually place it in for every single one of them. If you click on left and then create the texture, it will wrap it around the entire block texture, which will be every single one of these blocks. So click on the left one and click on create new texture from scratch. If you have your own texture that you want to use on this block that you already have made, click import texture for block, and you can go ahead and import your own texture, and then you'll already have your texture. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to create our own texture. So click on create texture from scratch, make sure it's on transparency, make sure it's on 16 by 16, which is the width and the height, then click create. It'll bring you over to here. Now I know a lot of this stuff's a little confusing, just go with the flow. It's not going to be that hard, I promise. Then up on the top left over here we see generate from template. Go ahead and click on that, and it will bring you to this page. Once you're here, this will be where you make your texture pretty much. So since we're doing an ore, you want to click up here where it says random. Now there's only a few things in here you can choose from, in between random, swords, pickaxes, axes, shovels, hoes, spears, drinkable potions, splash potions, lingering potions, or ores. Just for the sake of this video, to make it easier to do, we're going to click on ores. And then of course you see it didn't change. What you want to do, you keep on clicking randomize. Now it will make random ores, and it will just give you random textures. Now I believe we made it as green ore. We did. Okay, so we can pick a random ore like that. Now right here where it's pink at, or right here where it's pink at, I don't know exactly. Now actually let's go ahead and pick a different one where it's easier. So right here, we know that the green is what's going to be technically the ore that's coming out of it. So it's actually already green. Now you can go ahead and customize that by clicking on these little arrows. You can change the colors or come over to these different things. You can do different color shades and everything. I'm going to leave it as is just to make it easy because it's a video. So just click create. And then there is your ore. Now, after you have that, you want to click on save as new texture and you want to click on block. If it's an item that you're using for like a sword or whatnot or drops, use items. And if it's a block, like a texture for a block, click on blocks. Now, item name of texture. So we're going to do green. Oh, crap. Hang on. No capitals. I forgot. Green or texture. Now, on here, you can't actually do underscores. So just for the purpose of understanding it easier or reading it easier, we're going to do it that way. Click OK. So there we go. Now we have the ore. Go ahead and get up here in the little bar where it shows your task of what you're doing. Go ahead and close this one out now. Click on the left. So you see your green ore there. Make sure it's highlighted red and click select. Now it wrapped that ore texture all the way around the block. Now with this page, really just leave everything alone after you do the texture. Make sure it's on solid. But other than that, you really just have to leave it alone. It's automatically set to what you need. Then click next page. Now here is where you set up the basic properties and things like that of the actual block. So you want the material to be a rock. And then the creative inventory tab, you want to make sure it's in building blocks. That's where you'll find all your stuff. This is only for creative itself. If you have your own tab, which we can show later on in another episode, if you want your own creative tab for your specific mods instead of having to find it throughout all your other blocks, we'll show how to do that eventually. The hardness, we're going to set that to like 3 because that's like diamond. The resistance and everything can stay the same. If you want it to be affected by gravity like it does with sand and gravel, you can go ahead and click that, but we're not going to allow that because I want it to be a normal ore. It would make it a little bit different, but it's okay. What we want to do is if you want this ore to drop a specific block, like if you want it to drop like it does coal, like coal does, if you break this block and you want it to drop a specific type of green ore instead of having to smelt it, where it says custom drops, if you select that, it will actually bring up the item blocks. Now you can go ahead and select whatever you want and then that's what it will drop. But if you don't want it, you leave it empty. So that means it will drop the ore itself instead of dropping anything else, which means you will have to smelt it, which we will get into later. If you want it to be affected by silk touch, then you go ahead and check that. Make sure that is enabled. So that means if you want to use silk touch or whatnot, you can. And it won't break it and make it disappear or whatnot. I mean, I don't know why you would want to use silk touch, but just make sure that is enabled. Now, with the tool able to destroy it, you want to make sure you have pickaxe enabled because that's what you're going to be using to mine. Now, the tool harvest break with drop, you want to make sure it is like 3. So 3, I believe, is like diamond pickaxe. If you have a pickaxe already made, like a mod pack, my mod pack is my pickaxe that I have in my mod pack is like level 4 or 5. It's a specific one that I made myself. So for that, if I want it to be able to be broke by that one, I would make sure I would make it go all the way up to 4. So only that type of pickaxe would be able to break it. But for the purpose of normal Minecraft items, we're going to have it as 3. Now the sound that it will be making when you step on it would sound like ground right now, like if you're walking on dirt. So go ahead and click on it, come down to stone and click on that. So now it will sound like a regular rock or whatever, like stone in the game when you walk over it. Now, if you want it to be unbreakable like bedrock is in the game of Minecraft, go ahead and click check to enable for unbreaking. Now, I'm not going to do that because I want it to be able to be broke. It is a ore, so it needs to be able to be broke. Next, click next page, then click next page again. You don't have to do nothing there. Next, same thing for here. You don't need to change anything there, nor anything here. There's nothing you have to do with any of these other pages other than this one right here. Now, we want it to spawn in the normal world. Now, the thing with this is, if you have more than one world or dimension, what you would want to do is set it for that specific dimension. Now, I'm going to want to have it to spawn in the normal world. So we're going to click the little plus button right here. And then we're going to make sure we click on surface. If you want it to spawn in the nether, you would click nether. If you want it to spawn in the end, you would click on end. But we're going to do surface for the specific time of this video and click OK. So now it will go in there. Now, when it spawns in the world, it needs a block that it needs to be able to replace to be able to randomly spawn throughout the world. So we're going to click on stone. Of course, you can change it to any one of these blocks. If you find these blocks, you're going to have a chance of this ore popping up. But we're going to keep it as stone because it's going to have a chance of spawning underground and replacing stone. Now this is where you see how high it goes. You want this one to be set to 1, and this one to be set to 16. After that, just click Save Mod Element, and then there you go. Now you have your green ore block technically in there. Now you want to get a specific ingot or drop out of this ore after you smelt it. So first things first, we need to create a new item. So click the plus button, come down to item, and then click or type in green, let's do ingot. So we're going to do a green ingot. So create new item, click on the texture, and then click create from new texture. Transparency 16 and 16. Click create, generate from template, and then we want to randomly generate, keep it on a random this time. We're going to randomly generate until you see something you might like. Alright, so the easiest way to do anything is if you want to try to find an ingot but you can't find one, just click on the top layer, and you don't have a typing box technically, but it's actually there, a little trick there. If you have this open, don't try to search it, just type in INGOT, and then after you start typing it, it'll just automatically pop up and it'll be there. I know it's weird that you can actually type even though there's no technical typing box there, but trust me, it's actually there. Now, if you want to change the color of it, I believe it should be okay now. You should be able to just change the color. Let's see what it does if we click on this one. And then on the third layer, you want to also type in ingot so you can actually have a color difference. So on the second layer, there's no ingot in the second layer for some reason. I don't know why. And then the fourth layer, I have no idea. So I make sure the first layer is turned to ingot, and so is the third layer. So on the third layer, we can click on the three little dots, come over to this little area, and we want it to be green. So we're going to do that, click OK, and then there we go. We have our green ingot. So create, and then save it as new texture. We make sure this one is an item. And then we're going to do green underscore ingot, and then we should be okay. So we're going to go ahead and close out of that now. Click on the item texture again. Make sure the ingot is highlighted and click select. And then click next page. If you want to switch out to where these are going to go to, you can, but your best bet is to leave it right where it's at. That's where all the ores and everything are. And then you can change the name here. Make sure if you do not like the name of it, you change the name. And then click next page, and then save mod element. You should be good. So now we have the ore and we have the ingot. Next, you want a way to get the ingot, which usually when it comes to ores, you usually smelt it. So what you want to do is you want to click on the plus button, and you want to go down until you find recipe. So it's right here, and then click or type in green underscore ingot underscore recipe, and then click create new recipe. So there's two different things you can do right here with recipe type. There's crafting recipe and there's smelting recipe. We're going to go for the smelting one. So down here normally is where you put your fuel at. You can't customize that because you just put fuel in there, coal, wood, charcoal, anything that it is able to use as smelting. And then you want to click on the top box right here. You want to go to items, or no, custom items. You want to make sure it is your custom green ore. You selected item, so that means you put the green ore in the top, and then the output would be your green ingot. So you selected item. So now, as long as you put an ingot or a ore in there and smelt it, it will come out as an ingot. Smelting XP reward, you get 1. Just for the fun of it, I'm going to do 3. I don't know what number that is, and you can also change. Oops, we're going to actually do that to a high number. And then over here, you can also change how many it gives you. We're just going to keep it at 1 for now, because why the heck not? Then save modded element. So you can also use these ores and ingots and everything to make specific items, like weapons, armor, anything like that. If you want to see that happen in another video, we will do that. And don't worry, guys, this isn't over just yet. I want to show you also how to export it and also how to test it. So to test it, what you want to do is you want to click on this little plus button. If it's green, that means it's ready to use and it's not doing anything in the background. So go ahead and click the plus button or the play button, and we'll jump into Minecraft. It will automatically open it for you. So click it. It's going to load. We'll see you when we get in Minecraft. All right. So now what we're going to do is we want to be able to find our ores. Now, of course, it should be down there in diamond level, but just for the sake of the video real quick, we're just going to go ahead and search it up here. So we're going to look up green ore. So there would be our ore. We're going to get a stack of it. There's our green ingot. We're going to get a furnace. I don't know if it works on the blast furnace right now. I don't know how to actually do that specific thing right now. Then we need some coal because, you need to smelt it in general. So go ahead and grab some coal. Also realize there's like a black line like right here. I don't know if I'm just seeing that in my recording thing or if that's actually there. So I'm sorry if there's actually there. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and put this down. take the green ore, and we'll put it there, put the coal there, and then we're gonna let that smelt for a second, and then we should get the green ingot. And there we go, we got the green ingot. Now we're gonna go to game mode adventure, or not adventure, spectator, because we want to be able to go through the ground, and this may lag a second or so. And right off the bat, there we go. Now there's lava in here, so we will burn up, but there's your ingot, or your ore, I mean, right there underground. So I wouldn't be able to get this one specifically in survival because this one is under lava unless you learn how to get all the lava out of there. But it actually is naturally spawned down there. There's some over here too, but this one's also under lava. So yeah, there's a lot of it right there actually. Most of it seems to be under lava. You can also just tweak around with it if you want to, mess around with the variance and where it's going to spawn at. But as of there, it was all just spawned under lava. So that one wouldn't have done you no good. But there is your mod. Now, how to export it. So what we're going to do is go ahead and just close out of the Minecraft. I'm going to go ahead and minimize my OBS real quick. There we go. Now, what you want to do to export it is there's this little orange button right here. Now, if you hover over any of these buttons and give it a second, it eventually will show what it actually is. So let's go ahead and hover over this. It says export the mod for distribution. So if you click on that button right there, it will do its whole thing. It will run the whole client and everything. Just give it a second, let it do its work. Pretty much what it's doing is compiling everything that we've made into a .jar file. Then it will pop up as this, and you want to click I agree and export the mod. So what that's going to do is pretty much say, hey, guess what? I agree. Then you want to go ahead and double click on desktop. That means it's going to send it to your desktop, or double click on whatever you want to save your mod into. So what we're going to do is we're going to type in green ore mod, and then we're going to click save, and it's done. That was that fast. All right, so here is the green ore mod. Now, if you want to know how to go ahead and put it in your Minecraft folder, just type in %appdata%. What I do though is to make it easier, %appdata% /.minecraft, and that will bring up to the actual Minecraft folder itself without having to go through everything. And then you want to go down and try to find your mods folder. Now, if you don't have one, just right click, click new folder, and then name it mods. But I already got one. So right here, there's my OP items. I've been messing around with the mod pack that I recently updated. So what you want to go ahead and do is you just want to find your mod, which is right here. Take this, highlight that, drop that in there, and guess what? Your mod's done. Now what you need to do, make sure you have Forge installed to your computer on 1.14.4 for Minecraft. After that's installed, then you should be able to play it. Just drop it in your mods folder, go find that version of Forge for 1.14.4 that you installed in your Minecraft launcher, and launch Minecraft. And then you will have your mod in there. Now I don't want this, I don't want this saved in my thing, so I'm just going to delete that. Actually, I want to take that back to my desktop because why not? I can add to it later. And then, yeah, that is the MCreator how to make an ore mod, pretty much. So if you guys want to see any other thing added to these mods, if you want to know how to do anything with mods, I can do the video. Now with the dimension and everything, how to do different dimensions, I know how to do the dimensions, but I messed up on making the igniter. And for some reason, it gives me 2 igniters instead of 1. The one that it gives me that I can craft doesn't work. The one I cannot craft does work. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. So that's the only thing right now that I really don't know how to do. But if this helped you guys out at all, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, try this out for yourself. Let me know how it went. And also for the ideas of things that I'm adding in for my own very mods, I need your guys' ideas. So comment down some mod ideas you want to see me make. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.